Thanks, Lisa, for inviting me. Thanks to you all for coming out and giving like part of your Friday night to literature and stuff. It's right on. Okay, so I had a lot of trouble with this here prompt of yours, Lisa, and I didn't expect to, and it was actually my own fault because I saw the word and I went ooh, and then I went because Keith and I each lost a grandparent this last spring, and this is a poem I really just fought against writing. I didn't want to write it. It was going to hurt. It was going to be out of my control. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I kept trying to write something else, and it wasn't working. And so 2 days ago, in the midst of a room full of people cracking dirty jokes, I just abandoned what I'd been doing and wrote this, or started this. And so this is 2 days old. You're probably going to be able to tell, but I'll give it a whirl anyway. Litany. I don't know who my children are, how my sentences are heard, where the wood in the table comes from. I don't know why the cat chose our yard to haunt or to shit in. I don't know why coffee makes me hungry or what it feels like to play the French horn. I don't know if I can afford to move. I don't know who placed those stones on the wall or what words occurred to her as she did it. I wish I knew how to say hello in lizard, yes in wall, why in wind, and fight in husband. I don't know how to say I in vulture or joy in car engine. I don't know how to say move in the language of my own hair. I don't know who the garden is. I don't know my grandfather anymore. I don't know how my mother holds her head when she turns out the light or where my father goes from there. I don't know my house yet, the red or white doorways, the crack running up to the ceiling fan, the kitchen island or islandlessness. I don't know how to break into a house or a car or a lover. I don't know who my grandparents built houses for in Mississippi winter after winter, traveling south in the red truck. Child I haven't yet conceived, whose name I don't yet know. I want you to know that truck, with the trailer they lived in every winter, with its 2 beds stretched cleverly over the cabinets my grandfather, your great-grandfather, built into the trailer floor. With its red curtain my grandmother, your great-grandmother, hung over the back window, with a ruffle at the bottom, not because the ruffle gave them extra privacy, but because she liked it. I want you to know these 2 people who liked really awful puns, who had a metal footstool in the kitchen so my grandmother could reach the vinegar, who made apple butter, I swear to God, and labeled jars of pickles with a Sharpie and told me about dreams of talking skunks. He bought the awful hot dogs with built-in cheese because I liked them. She turned his name into a song to call him into dinner. They had Concord grapes and an extra house in the yard, built for a newlywed brother and then allowed to dissolve to its foundations. The house they lived in will have died before you read this. The brown shingles are cracking, and the blue paint on the south end of the porch floor is peeling off. I had a game in that house. I'd shut doors and pretend I didn't know what was on the other side. Child who may or may not form in me. Of everything they built, I have a wooden picture frame. The frame's empty. I don't know what you look like, but I promise you, we'll capture something. We'll enlarge it. We'll set it on a shelf, and we will hold it still. Thanks.